Welcome to yet another live stream here today. It's good to see you all, fellas. Yeah, we're gonna be playing something a little bit different here today. We're going to be essentially just playing Call of Duty Ghosts, and I'm gonna be talking and discussing things with chat. That's pretty much gonna be this stream. It's gonna be one of those laid-back streams. I realized that was a little bit redundant in speech there, but it's okay. What else? I recently got this game on Steam. I'm going to repeat this a little bit later as well. But, yeah, I got this game on Steam recently, so that's why I'm wanting to play it on stream. However, little funny thing, I probably have, like, over 2,000 hours in this game on Xbox, so I'm not a new person to it at all. Which would explain why I am able to react to bots instantly. Now, you may notice the difficulty. Now, you may at first think that the difficulty is low. In reality, this is Call of Duty Ghosts. If an AI sees you, you're dead. So, yeah, it is not safe at all. The time to kill in this game is unbelievably fast. And increasing the time to kill only makes it worse for yourself because you can't kill the bots in time and they can kill you. So, it's actually way harder than it looks on paper. You'll see. Let me just check something real quick. Just a second, fellas. Alright. What's up, Asher? Good to see you, man. I'm just sharing the stream. 1 second. I'm trying to get WX in here, but I don't know if he's off work or what's going on. So, I'm just getting set up here. Alright. I sent the link to WX. So hopefully he joins in here. Alright, what's up, Asher? It's good to see you, man. We're gonna just jump straight into a match. And here's basically how the stream's gonna go. This is a chill stream. Also, another thing, tell me if the audio's too loud on the game or on myself, and I'll adjust it. I don't think it's too loud on myself, because this is what I usually have it set to, but it might be too loud on the game. Alright, I've never played this game on stream before. I've played it a lot, but just not on stream. So I don't really know what to expect. I'm also new to playing this on PC, so there's gonna be some difficulties, but rest assured, things should be fine. What map should I start on? I'll start with the classic. I'll start with Warhawk. Alright. 100 points. Alright. I said this before you joined the stream, but I'm going to repeat it again. Which is, it might look... yeah, I'll ban weapons to start out. Also, one thing I want to point out, I ban weapons in this game because if you don't ban the 3 weapons that I just banned, the AI will be permanently set to having one of those 3 weapons for some reason. It's a weird thing with Sledgehammer games, and, what is it? I think it's just Sledgehammer. Yeah, Sledgehammer has this weird thing where in all of their COD games, they have the AI set to use certain weapons, and they can't use any other weapon unless you ban certain ones. I don't know why that is, but it is the case. In Treyarch's games, that isn't the case. In Infinity Jesus, sorry, I had some difficulty there. In Infinity Ward's games, that's also not the case. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's a thing. Alright, anyways, I also said this before you joined, Asher. The difficulty might look like it's low, but it's only low if you've never played Call of Duty Ghosts before, and you think that just because it says recruit, that means it's going to be easy. It's kind of like how you can jump into a Dark Souls game, and you're like, oh, this isn't going to be that hard, and then you die instantly. It's like that. So it's the same thing here. If the AI sees you, and they're staring at you for longer than 1 second, you are dead. It is guaranteed. Okay, let me pick a weapon, because I'm rambling. Alright. Tell me if the game's too loud or I'm too loud. I don't think it's too loud. I can't even really hear the game that well. Time to work, Ghost Squad. Alright. Longer than 1 second. Okay, just testing my audio. Alright, let's get it started. So if you got a topic, we'll talk about it. That's pretty much it. Today's gonna be one of those chill stream days. I'm not doing anything too fancy. Alright, I know there's another person back there, but I'd really rather not fight them. The best idea you can do in this game, or best thing you can do, I should say, is avoid contact with enemies. Because if they look at you too long, and by too long I mean like literally longer than 1 second, if even that, you are screwed royally. Because you die unbelievably fast in this game. Like Cyberstan? What like Cyberstan? You should know that by the time the message is sent in chat, being the 10-second delay, the context is gone, therefore I probably no longer know what you're talking about if you just leave a vague message. Hence why I'm often confused when everybody leaves like a 2-word sentence. I say sentence, I mean phrase / fragment. Alright. Also, just so you know, my aim is not normally as bad as it is whenever I'm streaming, but I'm nearsighted, and so whenever I play video games and I have to stream, my mic is between me and the computer screen. So what ends up, or I should say laptop screen, so what ends up happening is I can't see as well. Normally I play where the screen is right in my face, so that would be why. Also, another thing, I don't wear glasses when playing video games because it hurts my eyes. So, now I'm not blind, obviously. As you can see, I'm still getting kills and things. I'm just not as good as I normally would be, which also means my reaction time is worse. So, there's that. But I mean, like, yeah, I'm still getting headshots, things like that. So I'm not handicapped, necessarily. Oh, attack 12. This gun is good, but I want to keep my primary. There's a reason I brought it. Wait, where am I? What's up, Austin Bear? Good to see you, man. We're basically just doing a discussion stream today, so you guys can bring up topics and we'll talk about them, and that's pretty much it. We're not doing anything special necessarily. I'm pretty much just playing some COD Ghosts. I'm starting with custom games with bots, which, by the way, is way, way, way worse than playing on multiplayer. Just, well, minus the campers. But that's more annoying than difficult. This is more difficult rather than annoying. Also, I don't have all the DLC on laptop / PC, whatever you want to refer to it as. So I only have DLC 1, which kind of sucks because on Xbox I have all 4 DLCs and have like 2,000 hours, but on PC I have 1 DLC and literally 1 hour exactly. So not too great. Let's see, a YouTube stream, Kitty Beaver profile picture win? Never. I'm never changing my profile picture to the Kitty Beaver. I'll make infinite posts and jokes about it, but I am never changing my profile picture to that thing. I don't know, maybe if I reach like 1 million subscribers, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go that high. If I reach like 10,000 subscribers, then I'll maybe change, maybe, do not keep this in blood. I will maybe change my profile picture to the Kitty Beaver. God, well, the ballistic vest saved my life. Without those, I'd be a goner. Whenever I get too distracted playing a COD game, I do really bad. Bad things occur. Ah, crap. Yo, one good thing about enemy SATCOMs in this game is that SATCOMs are basically useless. So it's not like an enemy getting a UAV in a COD, or like any other COD game, you know. Instead, they gotta place 2 pizza boxes to get the same effect. Chat Lowell, the Hammer Stanley uploaded a short. That's nice. I'm going to quote you on this. You can quote me, but don't put it in blood. There's a difference. So, like, you can say I'm a lying cheat, but you can't say that I promised you it. Which I guess doesn't... Which means I'm not a liar, I'm just bringing something up, but still... Okay. I don't want to, like, shoot at enemies that I know I can't hit. Because, you know, I can hit that because he's standing still. But I don't want to be shooting my pistol at an enemy that's 10 meters away, you know? Not 10 meters, 10 miles away. I don't know metric measurements at a glance. I live in the United States. Oh. Alright, there you go. Man, I have scavenger. I don't know why I'm still out of ammo in my primary. Oh, by the way, you guys have only ever seen me play one COD game before, and I don't even know if it was on stream or not. So let me make this abundantly clear. Scavenger is guaranteed to be in my loadout in every single COD game without failure. Even in Advanced Warfare, where it's not mandatory on energy weapons, I still have scavenger. So you will literally never see me without it. Actually, I think this is the only time I don't have it, and it's because I brought the ammo crate. And also, I think I just accidentally didn't equip it. Or maybe it is equipped and it's just not working. I don't know what that's about. Ow. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Okay. Why is this thing semi-auto? I thought it was full auto. Alright. Okay. So how's everybody's day going? This is one of those streams where it's kind of led by you guys, not so much led by myself.
Ready to be equipped.
Alright. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Round one! Round one got a K.E.M strike. By the way, just so you guys know, the difficulty in this game is absolutely insane on the bots. The first game is kind of free, and then the games after that are really hard for whatever, well, because they kind of just consciously try. I could talk about the AI in this game for about an hour. You know, I once played, okay, you guys know Elo, who's now Celestial Brian, that I played with last stream and also have played with before. Yeah, so I've played COD Ghosts on Xbox with him before, and one of the matches we did, the AI shot a helicopter out of the sky with a single bullet, and they killed me with a Bison from literally across the map, and they had iron sights, and they didn't zoom in. And they shot and it's an SMG, and they shot a single bullet, and by the way, it's not on hardcore mode, it's on team deathmatch just like this, and insta-killed me. So the AI can basically just flat out cheat in this game, and it's really just, it depends on whatever mood they're in. That's pretty much it. They can also teabag you in this game, but they don't do it all that commonly. I know Halo Reach has the same thing, the elites. So it's kind of like that. Also, turning this game from recruit difficulty to regular difficulty is kind of like going from recruit to veteran in Advanced Warfare. It's not even freaking close. You basically have no chance. I can't see squat, by the way. Alright, there you go. Let's see, playing Red Dead 2 while watching this. I just got off New Vegas. Have not, haven't. Just say have not, haven't. How's your run going in New Vegas, Asher? Hopefully quite well. My run in New Vegas is not going the best. Mostly because it's really hard to keep up with the game for a single reason. The gunplay is garbage. I could finish Fallout 4 just fine, but Fallout New Vegas, the story is obviously better, but the gameplay, oh god, the gunplay in particular is awful. The accuracy on weapons, I mean, it's non-existent. I've had a gun pointed at the back of somebody's head and I'm 1 inch behind him, and I still missed. Like, to say you're shooting a musket is an understatement. You might as well shoot a gun that's pointed to the side. You know those Nerf guns where it's twisted off to shoot around corners? It's like that, except that's every gun. Let's see, I just got power armor training from Brotherhood. Cool. You know, I actually, the first time I played New Vegas, I also went with the Brotherhood of Steel, but I never finished that run. So my most recent run, I'm actually, well, I haven't sided with anyone yet. I was thinking about siding with Caesar's Legion, but at the same time was... Okay, I didn't have Scavenger, that's what I thought. But at the same time, I was kind of doubtful of whether I should or not. So, you know, I didn't. Didn't I ban this gun? I feel like I banned this. No, I'm thinking of a different gun. Yeah, I'm thinking of this gun. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Let's roll the Remington. No, actually, I want to run on something different. FP6, muzzle brake, red dot. Let's run something nice and festive. Alright, Scavenger. Let's go ping. There we go. Dog, Trinity rockets, and the Vulture is really bad in this game. I'll run the Loki. Maybe. Yeah, we'll run it. Alright. And then, where is it? Freight. There we go. Actually, instead of the Loki, I'm going to run something else. I'll just do the Battle Hind. That's fine. Let's see. And I'm siding with Yes Man for the story. Y'all, if you were my earbud case, where would you be? Oh, if you were my earbud case, where would you be? Okay, I was confused reading that for a second. Probably, I don't know, on your nightstand? Or maybe in the bathroom. I don't know, do you wear earbuds while in the bathroom? I never understand how people wear earbuds. I don't know, they make me uncomfortable. I always wear headphones. And I also don't wear headphones that often. I only wear them whenever I'm, like, either doing work, you know, where I'm sitting in a chair on my laptop, or if I'm playing a video game. That's pretty much it. Okay, yeah, see, that's not how effective shotguns are in this game. So that's why I want to avoid... Oh god, I forgot sleight of hand. It's okay. One thing I really like about this game is the map interactions. Bro, how many enemies are there? So you see... you know that thing I said about the first game, the first match being free, and then every match after that the AI goes harder and harder? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So, the first match, they were not trying at all. Now they're trying. And if you don't believe me, you can see they're shooting me through walls. What is going on with my mouse? See, now they're gang rape. Almost said gang raping, but then got paused and then paused what I was saying. I don't remember. I'm losing my train of thought. I was gonna say is I really like the map interaction in this game. So there's buttons you can press to close doors, use elevators, that kind of thing in this game. That's not in any other COD game. So that is one thing I really like. This game has a lot of unique elements that are just not in the other COD games, which is why this is one of my favorites. It is not my single favorite, though. Pretty much the sole reason that this isn't my favorite COD game is the simple fact that the time to kill is instantaneous. That is literally the only reason this isn't my favorite COD game. Actually, that in the campaign isn't that great. Yeah, the campaigns of the other games are way better. And this... Okay, yeah, this is what I'm talking about, that instant kill time. Watch this. See, from their perspective, they have like 20 seconds to react. From my perspective, I just die instantly. And I don't know why. It's like they're going at light speed, dude. They're like the Flash. You see this? He's locking onto my head, man. This is also, remember that thing I said earlier about how recruit difficulty isn't actually that easy? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Now, granted, I am using a shotgun, so I'm at least making it harder on myself. But that isn't the sole reason this is so hard. Bro, it's the same guy! Oh, no, it isn't the same guy. Okay, I thought it was the same dude with the bison. You see the AR kicking my rear. You gotta be... Bro! Again! Yeah, so... Okay. Got Men in Black mind wiped mid-sentence? You betcha. Neuralized is also the term you're looking for. So, one thing that is important to keep in mind, that I always say, is Call of Duty Ghosts, custom game AI, / bots, whatever you want to call them, are the most intelligent bots in gaming that I've ever experienced. They are far, far too intelligent. They're actually, I would go as far as to say that they're sinister, in the sense that, like, you saw, the first game, they were not trying at all. Then we play this match, and they're sweating their nuts off. And it's very different. Keep in mind, I never changed the difficulty. You guys watched. I never once touched the difficulty. So it's definitely not that. This is just them flipping like a light switch. And it gets worse, too. Like, sometimes they'll have mercy on you and just let you win. And then other times, they'll kill you with one bullet. I've seen it before. I've watched kill cams hundreds of times where they killed you with a single shot. Oh, crap. Okay, I had the dog. Another thing, they like to swarm you like bugs. So there's like 50 enemies. They're like automatons, basically. Alright, so they're adding, let's see, they're adding MG's Snake to R6s. I don't know what that means, but okay. I'm guessing maybe based on what you're saying they're adding Solid Snake to Rainbow Six Siege? Is that what you're saying? I don't speak whatever language you just typed into chat, so I don't really understand that. I'm also wondering why Yukari, WX, and the others aren't here. You know, like, usually Pedro's here, at least. And then Yukari's been slacking. He wasn't here last stream either. And then, what else? WX is kind of expected, but I don't think he has work tonight. Oh, he might. Bro, how are you alive? Oh, crap. See, that is one gripe I have with this game, is that if you get cornered by enemies, you are screwed. You are screwed with a capital S. Because there's no turning around. Once you're exposed to the AI, you're doomed. Look at this, I've died a whopping 7 times. Yeah, recruit difficulty, my cheeks. Yes, Snake and Rainbow Six. I think I can't tell what's funnier, the fact that they're adding Snake to Rainbow Six Siege, or the fact that I managed to basically uncover your ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics worth of text in chat. What's the word I'm looking for here? Why can't I think of it? Not translate. Not interpret either. I mean, interpret and translate are a word for it, but I don't know. I can't think of the word for it. I'm too tired. It's been a long freaking day. Oh, one little thing I want to talk about, since nobody has brought up a discussion yet, is has everybody seen the thing with Obama and Bro, how did they see me? Just end the game. End it. I've died 8 times. Man, that match sucked.
Good day's work.
Anyways, did you guys see that thing with Obama bringing up extraterrestrials? Or I guess I should just say commonly used term aliens. Not illegal. I don't want to say aliens because Jesus, I'm stuttering. Dang. Everybody thinks of illegal aliens instead of literal aliens. Anyways, he brought that up, and then the media brought it up to Trump, and then Trump said Obama shouldn't have said that because it's classified. Everybody see that? Everybody's going to forget about it by tomorrow, I know, but I'm just mentioning it because I thought it was, fun to note. It's one of those things where, like, you either know it exists or you just ignore it, and there's never going to be an in-between spot where somebody sees a clip and they're like, oh my god, aliens exist. Like, nobody ever does that. You either know they exist or you don't. It's just, or when I say don't, then I'm more referring to the fact that you ignore it, because, like, anything you need is, at this point in time with the internet, if there's a piece of information, you can know it. It's just you choosing not to investigate or look into it, pretty much. The only thing that you can't know is, like, what is the meaning of life? Something that's way, way too vague. Or like, anti-gravity, you could figure that out. What's a thing you can't figure out by Google searching? Not Google searching immediately, but I mean, like, researching things on the internet. Probably, like, not conspiracy things, like, was there a bioweapon in the COVID vaccine? Not that kind of thing. But, like, so, I don't know. Name a thing, I guess. I can't think of anything that you can't really find out from the internet. I found out things from the internet that nobody would even possibly think of, so I feel like I can't really think of something you can't find. Besides things that are top secret, I guess. But then again, there's the Internet Archives, so sort of. Alright, I'm gonna switch. I'll save that for in a little bit. We'll play it 1 or 2 normal matches again before I move on to the really wacky games. Or matches, I should say. Okay. Let's move to a different map. Let's go to Siege. Not literally Rainbow Six Siege, but the map Siege. Alright. And then I'll run this loadout here. Alright. By the way, this Call of Duty Ghosts, I think, has the most game modes, or at least basically the most fun game modes of any COD game that I can think of. Because Modern Warfare 3, the original Modern Warfare 3, has a ton of game modes, but a lot of them are just kind of meh, But Call of Duty Ghosts has pretty much all the ones from Modern Warfare 3, plus more. I think my favorite game mode is probably Safeguard, just because it's essentially, and that is one of the most underrated things in Call of Duty Ghosts, is Safeguard. It is literally survival from the Modern Warfare games, so it's another side mode on top of Extinction, but it's just ignored by people. They just don't notice it, I guess. So I don't know what that's all about. But, yeah, Safeguard is a very fun mode to play. Alright, I probably need to be more careful when playing this. Just looking around more, pretending like I'm playing a freaking tactical shooter instead of a COD game, but still. I prefer to run and gun rather than play it like Siege. Why did he come around the back area? The heck? This game makes you paranoid, where you gotta check every single freaking corner of the map to make sure some dude doesn't pop up. And what's worse is when they're wearing armor that looks like the environment. Like, my guys are all wearing gray or black or something. These guys are all wearing brown and tan, which really doesn't help in certain environments like these. Like that. Like, I didn't even see that guy at first. And their names don't highlight over their heads until you're right in their face. So that doesn't really help either. Almost fell off. I want to look at the chat, but I also don't want to look away from the screen and die. Alright, I'm going to look away from the screen and die. Let's see. Oh, okay. Nobody has said anything new. Good to know. You guys are pretty quiet today. Normally you guys are yapping in chat pretty much about anything you can come up with. Is it just one of those days today where everybody's tired? Because I mean, I'm feeling that right now. Honestly, I'm not being quiet because I'm tired though. Because I can continue to talk while tired. I'm not talking because I'm trying to focus, and this game requires a lot of focus in order to not die. Because you guys know how much I hate dying in video games. If I didn't mind dying, then I wouldn't really be focused and I'd just be talking whatever. But because I do care, then I put in a lot of focus. Alright, I'm gonna try to get the briefcase so I can get the missile strike. Because this game has map streaks, which is also a thing that most COD games for some reason don't have, despite it being really cool. Get wrecked. I heard that. Yep. Heard him. Red dot him. Alright. Let's see. I'm assuming Wild West period Russia. Oh, do you guys think cowboys would have been able to invade Russia? God, no. Heck would they do? Basically nothing. Well, also, what era of Russia? That's another good point. Are we talking, like, Russian Civil War era? Or are we talking, you know, 1960s USSR? Or modern day, or, you know, anything like that. That guy just got executed on the spot. Oh, it's my vulture. I was like, what the heck is that? Alright, well, I guess this is the part where I find somehow an isolated spot that the enemy knows where I'm at. So, here we go. If so, then no, Russia would easily outman them. Yeah, I don't even know how this is like a discussion topic, but at least it's something. Alright, here we go, boys. Where they at? Wish there were missiles on this thing. Okay, I see one enemy. Got him. They're all spread out. And they're also all indoors somehow. Oh, there we go. Let me at them. Highlight them. The highlights should be brighter. I can barely see where they're being highlighted. Come on. Gonna hide in the building, you coward? Alright, I'm not seeing them over here. Oh, crap. Well, that wasn't too productive. At least I didn't die. Alright. Also, did you guys see how my most recent video got sent to the Shadow Realm? Yeah, that was pretty demoralizing. So, I think from now on, instead of talking smack, I'm instead going to basically say whatever I need to say, so that my stuff doesn't get sent to another dimension. Oh. Alright, let's go this way. Alright, let me see what you guys are saying in chat. Let's see, because, like, they have the hats for snow, they have ponchos to keep warm, and they have cowboy boots for the terrain. They're literally built for it. Oh, and the bandanas, too. That does not matter, bro. That's what Asher said. Yeah, that's, I mean, they got the clothing. They look the part, sure, but they're not really... nothing else about them is dressed for the part. Also, with Call of Duty AI, I call it moonwalking, which is where they hover when they move. So they move in pretty much any direction, any of 4 directions, they hover in at unbelievable speed as if they're not even moving their legs. And so it's really hard to hit them because they kind of just shift abruptly like it's anti-gravity at any given moment. I almost just died if I didn't think fast and use my knife. It may not seem like enough to knife a guy, but remember, I'm not used to playing this game on PC, so I had to quickly shift to the F key in order to do it. By the way, originally they had the use key as F and the knife key as E, but because Gmod use is E, then I flipped the 2 buttons. So now it's the other way around. You know, because obviously I'm used to playing Gmod, so then, you know, I would switch the controls to be something more fitting. And gameplay-wise, it's better, too. Wish the Vulture was better in this game. Like, if you play Infinite Warfare, the Vulture is... I mean, that thing is awesome. Then you play this game, and the Vulture's like... It'll kill the enemy 10 minutes after you die. It's like, oh yeah, I got him, boss! And your corpse is already on the ground. By the way, I was debating whether I would get Infinite Warfare on here or not. But the problem with Infinite Warfare, or at least rebuying it, is that you have to unlock every single thing you had before. I mean, sure, you can pay for it, but, like, come on. No, I'm just gonna get a different COD game. Because I love Infinite Warfare. It's actually, in probably my most controversial opinion of anything ever, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is my favorite COD game. But the downside is I have to re-unlock everything if I get it on PC, which I will inevitably probably get it on here. But it's just, you know, I didn't want to do it right away. And I decided I want something else to stream, so I got this game. I also didn't expect it to come with DLC. I thought it would come with 0 DLCs, and it came with 1, so I thought that was pretty cool. The only one I knew would come with DLC is Advanced Warfare, and that's because it does the same thing on Xbox. But apparently Steam is a little bit different. Which, I mean, like, is to be expected. I haven't seen an enemy in so long. Where are they? I also never got the missile strike. Dude, the enemies are hiding from us. And there's 7 enemies, so it's not like they're just not here. Alright, well, we won. Now I got no deaths. Infinite Warfare is number 4 for me. That's actually better than it is for most people. You know, I guess with the standard that is currently set with Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare doesn't even look that bad for the people that hate it. For me, Infinite Warfare, it's got the best customization besides Ghost. I think Ghost has the best character customization, but Infinite Warfare has better weapon customization, things like that. It's got the best loadout stuff. It's got the coolest stuff, right? I mean, so many different weapons and gadgets to choose from. The equipment is all really cool sci-fi related, you know, because I love sci-fi, so I'm biased in that sense. What else? The rigs are like a nice middle ground. They don't work like stupid operatives, like how you have in Modern Warfare 2019, things like that. Or like Battlefield 5. Not Battlefield 5. Battlefield 2042. I had to think about it for a second. So it's not like Battlefield 2042 or Siege or something. But the rigs are like a nice middle ground, so then you get the individual equipment. Now this does provide some issues because everybody just picks phase shift because there's sweats online. But it also isn't game breaking. Like, you know, I'm using Warfighter with default weapons, and I'm still stomping everybody online. That's because they suck. So, you know, it doesn't necessarily matter, but it's just more customization that's cool. Also, one of the things I like the most about Infinite Warfare is a very tiny detail that is very important in Call of Duty that is majorly overlooked. That detail is how Scavenger works. So, as I mentioned earlier, Scavenger is a staple of all of my loadouts in Call of Duty. In this game, in Call of Duty Ghosts, and then in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 doesn't work like this. So it's Advanced Warfare, this game, and then one of the other games. The way that equipment works is you can't get your grenades back. So, and then it also, in some of the games, I don't remember which ones it does and which ones it doesn't, you also can't get your explosive, like rocket launchers and things like that, ammo back. So what this ends up doing, essentially, is if you can't get that stuff back with Scavenger, you basically stop using grenades entirely because, I mean, think about it. You can pick one single grenade in this game. And then, even with Scavenger, I can't get that grenade back. So, instead of choosing a perk with the Pick 13 system, I would be picking a grenade or something. Well, why would I ever pick a grenade if I'm going to use it one singular time and then never have it for the rest of my life? So, like, yeah, I can say that I'm going to die all the time, but I don't want to make a loadout with the intention of dying. That's stupid, right? So, if I'm making a loadout that's going to last, I'm never, especially with Scavenger. Scavenger is already assuming you are a player that is trying to survive with your character. So, already, you should be able to refresh your grenades. But instead, you can't get your grenades back. So what this does is, in Call of Duty Ghosts and Advanced Warfare, you stop using grenades entirely, because you can't get them back. And then you also stop using rocket launchers and grenade launchers, because you can't get ammo for that back, too. So in Infinite Warfare, what they do is a middle ground. So with Scavenger, normally, you can't get your stuff back. But you can get your stuff back with the resupply ability that comes with the Warfighter rig. So what you are able to do is, if you play Warfighter, you can get all your stuff back normally. So what this does is it effectively, it makes balancing better because people aren't nade spamming with every class. But at the same time, if you're playing Warfighter, the trade-off of picking that instead of another rig with like phase shift or a micro turret is you get your grenades back. And it's also not totally busted because they don't just recycle automatically. You still have to kill an enemy and grab it off their body. So that's one of the things I like about Infinite Warfare, is you actually use equipment because it's useful. Talking about Infinite Warfare, now I wish I bought it on here instead of this game. I mean, I like Call of Duty Ghosts, I like Infinite Warfare more. I just didn't want to grind for all the stuff on it, you know? That's pretty much the biggest issue, is just that a lot of stuff is locked behind paywalls. Anyways, did I brush my teeth? I think I did, yeah. I just have random thoughts. It's just intrusive thoughts where you come up with something, you're just like, what the heck is going on? Okay, let's play another regular game, and then we're going to switch game modes. So, let's see, what class should I have? I'm going to run Specialist this time. Let's see, so I've already got Marathon, that sort of thing. Alright, so I'm going to start with Hardline, because it makes it getting everything else easier. And then I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. Alright, Stalker. What else? I could get Focus, but if they're shooting me, I'm probably dead already anyways. I never want to get on the go, reload while sprinting, because sprinting is basically the way that you cancel your reload for 99.9% of COD players. So if I reload while I'm sprinting, guess what happens when I click reload? I never stop reloading, which means if an enemy pops up magically, the only way to kill them is to switch guns. Well, if I don't have reflex or I'm too slow, period, then the enemy kills me, right? And I the only option's knifing them, which doesn't always work. Or I get killed by another guy who's standing next to me because I knifed the one guy and my knife got stuck in his chest, etc. So I just prefer not to bring, what is it? Why am I suddenly drawing a blank on the thing I was just talking about? What was I just talking? Oh, right, on the go. That's why I don't bring on the go. And it works like fast hands in Black Ops 2 and 3, except fast hands in Black Ops 2 is mostly brought for, you know, things like grenades. While in Black Ops 3, it's better to have that because you're jetpacking around all the time, so it's easy to dodge people. Let's see. Anyway, what did y'all think of TF2 Classified? Literally no opinion. I haven't seen it. We could bring up discussion topics that we all know. Because I don't know if Asher even knows what that is either. Or anybody else that's here. Speaking of which, where is everybody? I even put it in Discord, so it's not like this stream is unknown. Let's see. Me no like when no read. Oh. I don't know what that means. I did read everything you said, so I don't think you're talking to me. Oh, sweet, another person joined. We're looking at WX, Pedro, Yukari, or somebody else. The emoji thing covered TF2. Oh, you couldn't read his thing. That makes sense. Why is this taking so long? What is going on? Any day now. Any day this can load. Holy Jesus. Bro, matches never take this long to load. What is going on? I can feel the view count dropping. What? My game crashing? Because I still see the thing moving. It's not like my game is frozen. I've never played on this map on here, so... Oh, sweet, Celestial Brian. Hey, sorry, I tried to call you on Discord and I didn't realize you were streaming. Well, that's good because I didn't hear the sound, so at the very least, it's not like it's messing my stuff up. What's up, Celestial Brian? He said, I am Jesus. Apparently. Bro, my game is not loading. Am I going to have to restart my game? We'll give it another 10 seconds. Then I'm restarting, because I don't know what's going on. Alright, guess we're restarting. I have never had the loading screen freeze on COD Ghost before. That is a first. And of course, it's when I'm streaming, because, you know, problems are like clockwork. Let's see, okay, good. Alright, booting it back up. Wolfenstein is almost done downloading. That's cool. What do you guys all think about Wolfenstein in chat? Don't spoil anything, because he hasn't played it yet. Alright, I'm going to try that map again. Alright. So I'm thinking we're going to do this, and then after this match, I'm going to switch to a different game mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys something that I like to do before I got Battlefield 2042, which was basically turn Call of Duty into Battlefield. Okay, there we go.
Team deathmatch.
So what I would essentially do is I would put it on domination, set the score requirement super high, and then just have kill streaks constantly active, and it was just devastating conflict everywhere. It was awesome. Then after we're done with that, I'm going to switch to probably Safeguard, and then after Safeguard, I'm going to switch to Extinction, and that's what we're going to end off with. I say end off with, it's going to take like 40 minutes for it to finish, assuming I don't die immediately, so, which I should. Wow, recoil on this thing was way higher than I expected. Wish I had sleight of hand. I do have the specialist active though, so it will come with time. Alright, I see that. Bro, how did I die? Look at this! Instant lock. Asher said never played. Well, I'm already angry because I died at the very frickin' start of the match. I think the thing that bothers me the most is seeing a death on the leaderboard. Because I wouldn't mind if it was just, you know, like if I didn't get a lot of kills or something. I don't care about that. I don't need to have the top kill count, but I definitely don't want to have the top death count. Or a death count at all. That's also another reason I like Infinite Warfare, is because Infinite Warfare gives you the most time to react to things. And it's more like Halo in the sense that it's based off skill more so than reaction time.
Ghost team has a maniac.
Oh sweet, we got a maniac on the field. Hey, Celestial Brian, you got a topic to discuss for the chat today? Nobody else has come up with anything. Well, I came up with something, and then I think it was Asher came up with another thing, but it was pretty brief, and it was also not a topic that made much sense. How are you still alive? Dude, they're stacked up like sardines. I can't kill 10 dudes that are all inside of each other. This is the wonder of fighting bots on COD Ghosts. Remember, fellas, this is recruit difficulty. So, next time somebody tells you they're playing on recruit difficulty on Call of Duty, instead of laughing at them, instead remember this gameplay and go, oh yeah, those bots mean business. Also, one thing that's cool is seeing all the extinction Easter eggs on the maps in this game. Those are always fun. Come back here, you coward. I know there's somebody behind me, but bro, I just got killed by a dog. Are you kidding me? Where's that mud at? Is it dead? I think it's dead. That's one of the worst things, getting killed by a dog. Because you can't freaking react to the thing in time. Not to mention it kills you instantly, so it's not like there's a way to outgun it or something. What? Man, come on! Where's it? Dude, where's that thing at? We'll put a bullet right between that thing's eyes. I'm not seeing that dog, man. I want to look at the chat, but I don't want to look off the screen. Because I glanced at the chat and I see new messages. Man, there's 10 dudes in the same room! We're leaving the game. You know what? No. The game's almost over. Bro, end the game already! Look at that guy camping across the corner. I said across the corner instead of around the corner. Jesus. Here, you guys wrap the game up. I'm reading chat. Let's see. How does everyone feel about the famous Bruce Springsteen's music? I'd laugh at them for playing COD. Lol.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
What are you talking about?
Good job. Report to command for debrief.
Well, I died way more times than I'm comfortable with. That is a good final kill cam, though. I see everybody's not very talkative today. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. Anyway, I think they would be able to solo up until around the early 1900s because a ton of technological innovations happen around them. You talking about the cowboy thing in Russia still? I think it's borderline impossible. If not just straight up impossible. I don't really see how they would manage to do that. But maybe with hopes, dreams, and enough prayer, then they could make it work. Alright, we're turning Call of Duty into Battlefield, people. We're going to Stonehaven, the largest map. And then we're getting ready to rock and roll. Yep, got our DMR ready. We are ready to rock. Let's do this thing, people. Oh, we also need to increase the population. That is one of the coolest things in this game, is how you can bump up the number of players so high. Because no other COD game allows you to have this many players at once. I don't know why, but they just don't. Let's see, Cowboys in Russia? Yeah, it was a weird discussion topic that came up earlier. I don't know why. It's also not... First of all, it doesn't make much sense, period. But second of all, more importantly, it's kind of one of those things where, like, how do you reply to it, you know? Tell me more? Okay. Alright. Nobody's talked about the audio, so I'm guessing the audio is fine. I might zoomed in. Alright, there you go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull up outside of B, and then we're going to snipe anybody I see. Then we're going to run back to objective C and see who we can shoot. See what I did there? Just stacking C's. Alright. I forgot to change the loadouts. So these guys all have honey badgers and the same... Basically, they all have the same 3 weapons. But that's Sledgehammer's fault, not mine. That is one thing I don't understand, is why in Sledgehammer's COD games, they give the AI 3 weapons specifically that they switch between, and no others. And then when you ban those weapons, then they stop using them because they have to use other things now. I don't know why they even have that. What is going on? Okay, that was weird. It wasn't popping up the number for me to call in my dog. Is that a dog? Man, now I'm getting paranoid for seeing enemy dogs.
Securing Charlie. Losing Bravo. Enemy SATCOM spotted.
You got some scumbag around here somewhere. That guy didn't die from nothing.
Allied standing by.
Yep, that's what I thought. Do I have a tactical knife?
Friendly chopper inbound. Securing A. Losing C. Guard dog KIA.
Oh crap, they killed my dog.
Losing Alpha. Losing Alpha.
Alright,
Enemy has C. Loki ready.
we got a Loki.
All points held. Defend your positions.
If I had reflex, I'd feel more comfortable having this sidearm. Or this as a sidearm. Alright, here we go. Which button is it for the Loki? It's not telling me. Why am I typing in numbers? There we go.
Friendly Loki active.
Alright, here we go. Calling in Juggernaut.
Target killed. Target down. Care package on your mark.
Alright, here we go.
Target killed.
Gaining data.
Hostiles neutralized.
Alright, I'll keep the Juggernaut around me. And I'm just gonna bombard them all around here.
Target down.
Yup, rods from God.
Friendly chopper inbound. Care package on your mark. Losing
I
A.
really love the Loki kill streak in this game. It's just so cool to use.
Enemy has Alpha.
How did that not kill him?
Target killed.
Alright, gotta pick them off before they reach the objective.
Care package on your mark. Target killed. Loki expired. Guard dog ready. Securing Bravo.
Alright, John Wick time? You bet. Here, let me read the chat. Think about it, they have hats and bandanas so it doesn't get in their face. They have ponchos to keep warm. Yeah, I understand the environmental factor, but that doesn't encompass literally everything. They're still fighting an enemy. If they're fighting the weather of Russia, then yeah. When you say they're fighting Russia, do you mean they're fighting like they're traveling through Russia and so they are literally fighting the land of Russia? Or are you saying they're fighting the Russian military? Because obviously we both know they're not surviving any military force, period. Unless it's coming from freaking...
We lost Alpha.
Well, I don't think they could survive a military, period, yeah.
Enemy has
Like I
A.
said before. I don't know, I'm sure there's some world military that's weaker than a bunch of cowboys combined.
Charlie secure.
I mean, they survived the Pinkertons for long enough.
A secure.
See how I got a bunch of companions?
Friendly chopper inbound.
So I got the Juggernauts, I got the dog,
Losing Charlie.
then I got my own troops. Oh, sup Yukari, good to see you, man. I just got back from Separatist Donbas? What are you talking about?
Securing B.
Every time you join, you say something weird. We're playing Call of Duty Ghosts, and we're turning it into Battlefield, basically. As you can see.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
A lot of people hate this map for how big it is, but I love this map because it's huge. Gives a lot of options, and also the landscape is just simply beautiful. Like you don't find maps in Call of Duty these days like this anymore. Russia couldn't take Arthur Morgan. I guarantee it could. If freaking why am I drawing a blank? If tuberculosis can take Arthur Morgan, so can Russia. All right, I'm just gonna say that.
Target down.
all that cold climate. His immune system isn't prepared. He didn't take his morning vitamin C. He's doomed.
Target obliterated.
He's a dead man walking.
Care package on your mark. Target killed.
He went to the bar and he drank too much. He's gonna be screaming Lemmy all night.
Securing B. Target down.
Alright. Got an enemy outside.
Target killed.
Not liking how this guy's drifting near the side. Yeah, because I can't hit him when he's moving like that.
Lost Alpha. Target obliterated. Losing B. Multiple targets down. We lost B. Enemy has B. Care package on your mark. Low-key expired. Enemy has A.
Alright, where's the scumbag at? Oh, we got a maniac.
Sentry gun ready for deployment. Securing A. Enemy SATCOM spotted. A secure.
Let's set up a sentry gun. Can I set it up here? Is that possible? Why isn't it letting me place it? Alright, there you go. Or pull it out, I mean.
Losing Alpha.
Oh, sweet. We got... Okay, so we have a friendly maniac, 2 juggernauts, a sentry gun, a dog, maybe other dogs on the map, and then regular troops. We've got it. We got this in the bag, fellas. Russia beats Western Cowboy Fool with Su-37 ATGM strike.
Securing A.
Yeah, and that's why the big question is, what era are we talking about? I mean, I don't think they'd win in any era, but still, at least if it's like, you know, they're fighting guys with swords, then that's going to be a little bit different than them fighting modern-day Russian Federation. Like, sure, they've been embarrassed by Ukraine, but Ukraine is also a master of modern warfare. See what it did there? So, at the very least, it makes sense. You know, God fights on the side with the most artillery, as Napoleon once said. So, yeah, and that's true. Oh, sweet, I got a chem strike. I'm just built like that. I would call it in right now, but the big problem with chem strikes is that, first of all, you can only get one in a single life, which kind of sucks. And obviously I don't intend to die, which means I only get one period. And then the second and more important thing is it inhibits my ability to see, which is a big problem, because obviously I need to see or else I'm just going to keep dying. Also, it lowers the video quality slightly because it looks worse for you guys. So that's why I'm going to hold off on it. You know, fun fact, fellas, I've gotten 4 chem strikes in one match before. That was pretty sweet. It was also on this map.
Losing C. Losing A. Enemy SATCOM spotted. We lost Alpha. We lost
Alright.
C.
Let's see.
Enemy has A. Enemy
Great
has C.
Russia, easy take. I meant like mid-late 1800s Russia. I think, well, I mean, that would be the Russian Empire, right? So,
Securing A.
yeah, Cowboys would still get stomped. They're not a united military organization. You know, it's not like we're talking about GDI or something from freaking Tiberium Wars. It's like, these are still just cowboys. Like, yeah, sure, they're cool. They get stuff done, but they're not fighting any military organization. Heck, they're not fighting a militia.
Alright, standing by. Friendly chopper inbound. Securing C.
It's like, yeah, Arthur Morgan can take 50 guys at once, but he's dang well not taking on 10,000 random soldiers all chucked at him at once. You know, it's like Tom Clancy's End War.
Losing B. We lost B. Enemy has B.
Arthur Morgan gains strength when near death, so he becomes god level. This is that, like, Bionicles versus Star Wars BS. That's what this reminds me of.
Securing A.
Dude, I saw a poll one time, and it was Bionicles versus Star Wars, and everybody wanted so badly to explain why in Bionicles lore, the King Bionicle or whatever is like the most powerful being in the galaxy. I'm like, dude, don't be pushing all that crap. Alright? You can keep that stuff to yourself. It's like every time I see a freaking Warhammer related thing in a poll, everybody in Warhammer, or that's a big fan of Warhammer, wants to talk about how every single thing in Warhammer could beat everything else. You know, it's the my dad could beat up your dad kind of argumentation. You know, it's like, yeah, that's great, son, but that doesn't really mean much. You know, it's like, yeah, obviously if a toddler is writing the story, then one side's going to be stronger than the other. That's not to say Warhammer has bad stuff, but, like, I mean, come on, the God Emperor of Mankind is basically the perfect encapsulation of what I'm talking about here. Yeah, it's kind of like, you guys ever done what kids call, like, when we were kids, called modified rock, paper, scissors, or enhanced rock, paper, scissors, and it's literally just rock, paper, scissors, but, like, you'd add gun or something, you know? Basically, it's that, except everybody knows that the one piece of garbage you play against will always end the game with either meteor or black hole. It'll always be one of the two, okay? It'll always end that way because you set up, like, what's the strongest thing in existence? Oh, I know, a black hole. So then you're going to go from rock to sword to gun to freaking to missile to meteor to black hole, right? And so it works the exact same way with fiction, where everybody wants to walk down the path of, like, what's the strongest thing, you know, instead of what plot-wise makes something stronger or more effective from a story standpoint. You know, it's like Thrawn is a far better strategist than most figures in fiction, but people are going to argue those other figures in fiction because I'm sure those other figures have some sort of weird, goofy quality to them. Oh, God. There's a freaking juggernaut on the enemy side now. You'll win some, you lose some. Oh, God, and there's a maniac, too? Or there's gonna be one. I don't know what our team's doing with that care package. Oh, great. Okay, so they have a maniac and a juggernaut. Hope you guys are ready. I could just chem strike them, but I also want to see, so I would prefer not to. What do you guys think? Should I chem strike them? Should I do it to them?
Alpha secure. Guard dog ready.
Yeah, you take care of this.
Losing A. Losing Charlie. We lost Alpha. We lost C. Enemy has A.
Man, capture this thing faster, Jesus. Took forever.
MI-24 standing by.
Alright, battle hind down.
Friendly chopper inbound.
Let's see. Russia have hypersonic West, not have we better than normal missile. Okay. An incoherent speech in progress. So we have all our juggernauts versus their juggernaut. Votes on chem strike, people. Should we save it or use it? Okay, we killed the maniac with one of our juggernauts, which makes sense. He was probably trying to stab the juggernaut. Yep, and we killed the juggernaut. Okay. And we have a chopper in the air plus a bunch of juggernauts and stuff, so yeah, it makes sense that we were able to take it. Move!
Enemy has Alpha.
Too many squad members, you serious? I just lost a squad member. What are you talking about?
Securing A.
One thing that is weird is the AI juggernauts can run out of ammo, so then they're forced to switch to pistol.
A secure.
That's always weird to see. Oh, Celestial Brian in chat bringing up large explanations here. Let's see. 1800s Russian army population was 35 million, and one Arthur Morgan can take 50 guys, so an army of 700,000 Arthur Morgans with god-level power when near death could take all of 1800s Russia. Here's a little tip for warfare. Killing everybody on the opposite side is usually not the intention of warfare. Also, you usually don't kill them all in battle. You kill them all after the fact if your intention is indeed to kill them all. Usually when it comes to humans fighting, you know, it makes sense in sci-fi where you're fighting aliens or they're invading or something like that, where the objective is basically, you know, kill or be killed. But when it comes to human warfare, your goal is usually to capture people, because killing everybody doesn't really give you much in terms of resources, because people are a resource, first of all. Second of all, if you wipe out everybody in an area, you don't get the people in that area. Therefore, you lose out on a lot of the things that are there. Not to mention, then you get heavily criticized by the rest of the world. So you need the power to be able to go against everybody else, which obviously you usually don't have. Because best case scenario, it's mutual destruction. Worst case scenario, you get stomped by everybody else. At the absolute most, it would take 700,000 Arthur Morgans. Why would every cowboy be Arthur Morgan? Is the... Oh, sweet, we have Trinity rockets. Is the discussion specifically based on Arthur Morgan now, or is it based off of cowboys? Because if it's based off of specifically a bunch of Arthur Morgan clones, then maybe I would agree. But if it's cowboys in general, then they're not all going to be Arthur Morgan. There's a reason there's only one man named Arthur Morgan.
Dog ready. Securing Bravo. Enemy SATCOM spotted. Losing Alpha. We lost A.
My mouse!
Enemy has Alpha.
Bro, my mouse stopped working.
Friendly chem strike incoming.
I'm changing my sensitivity. Screw this. Dude, you guys saw my mouse freaking pause?
Securing Bravo. Bravo secure.
We forgot plot armor. I mean, half his strength comes from plot armor, so it's kind of built into the package. My mouse isn't work. Yeah, I'm about to beat my mouse to a pulp. It's not freaking working.
We lost C. Enemy has C.
Yep. Almost went deathless. Then I died 3 times. All because of my mouse.
Good day's work.
Alright, we're talking about, let's see, modern day Marine versus Warhammer 40k Supermarine. Depends, who's the Marine? Alright. I could do Safeguard. How long's this stream been going on for? An hour and 19 minutes? We'll skip to Extinction, since this is gonna take like 40 minutes. Also, the story for Extinction in this game is terrifying. I just want to say that. Alright, well I guess we have to play Weapon Specialist, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. Alright, point of contact. If you guys have never seen Extinction in Call of Duty Ghosts, you will now. Also, the cryptids in this game, that's what they're called, the cryptids. I'm fully convinced that the White Spikes and the Tomorrow War have been taken from the cryptids in this game. I am 100% positive. It is actually shocking how similar they are. Man, I still remember the first time I played this game mode. I was talking to somebody I know about Mormons. I don't know why I remember that, but it was pretty funny. Because they went to Utah, and they were like, yeah, there are Mormons everywhere. I was like, yeah, it's Utah. You went there. You already know. Why am I playing this character? I didn't realize the character that I'm playing is a female. It's because I forgot to customize the character. It's okay. I don't need to change the character's gender. It just kind of... It bothers me a little bit because, you know, I've never not played a male character, but... Or at least in this game, I mean. In general, everybody has played a different character. How do I use my... Like, how... Okay, I see. They just don't label the thing, is all. I like to save up my skill points, and I also like to conserve my ammo the best I can. What do you guys think of Extinction? I'm guessing... I mean, I know Celestial Brian has seen it before, but... You guys, most of you guys probably haven't seen Extinction in this game. Or even this game at all, for that matter, since basically nobody plays COD Ghosts. What the? You little rat. You like the little trick I did? So the challenges give you skill points, and skill points let you get a bunch of really useful stuff. So one thing that I did here is I'm knifing at all of the enemies, but I placed a single accurate shot on an enemy, so it counts as 100% accuracy. So then I don't have to do the challenge, and I can instead cheese my way around it and get the free point. Die, thing! Dang. By the way, Point of Contact is basically the only Extinction map that I think is even freaking beatable. Because Mayday is a good one, but the problem is when you play it by yourself, the end of the mission is just, I mean, it's just way too difficult. So unless you're playing on the easiest difficulty, which isn't really easy, then that's really your only chance. If you're playing on regular, good luck doing it solo, because you're not getting that. Cool. Challenge done. Now I can use my gun. Alright. Tab. Let's see. Man, why are there still enemies? Give me a moment to breathe. Dang. Alright. Let's see. Why isn't it letting me spend my... What the balls? Oh. Okay, that's weird. Alright, cool. Russia, Russia, Russia is what Yukari said. It's always funny hearing him say that. The Russia, Russia, Russia hoax. I don't know why he says the full thing every single time. Like, you don't have... I mean, it's funny, yeah, but you don't have to say it every time. I don't know. He's old, so... You know, most old people like to talk. So I guess I can't blame them all that much. Oh crap. Got a hunter. I forgot what the smaller ones are called. Because I know what the bigger ones are, but so I used to know what all the forms were called, but now I don't. Man, hold still, Jesus! How many of you guys have seen the movie The Tomorrow War with Chris Pratt? Austin Bear said, "Oh my god, dude, shut up." I'm guessing you're talking to Yukari because he keeps doing Trump impersonations. I never shut up about the motherland. Alright. Bro, hold still, Jesus Christ. Alright. Give myself some ammo. Die, worm. Alright. Let's go explore first before we continue. Everman, I do not impression of full America. I speak truth. Alright, son. Take a seat. You know what? No, you're not. You're not, son. Get back in the room, Grandpa. Take a seat. What's this? Okay, weapon I'm not going to use. I never even realized this thing was up here, I don't think.
Nice.
Alright, sweet. I'll buy this. Don't like its poor capacity, Jesus. That capacity is terrible. Exploring isn't super useful in this map. Just because... Bro, how is it already being hit? Did it. This thing's much more effective than I was expecting, so it's actually worth the ammo capacity. Quit nipping at my heels. Be gone, beast. Be gone. Send thee to a nunnery. Alright. Sorry, I'm focused on killing aliens right now, so I'm not talking very much. Alright. Poland, Germany. Bro, Yukari is still spouting propaganda. Holy crap. You gotta chill out. Sometimes it's worth just repairing the drill so you get its health back up. Or like letting them damage it so you can repair it. Oh, don't want to do that. I'm gonna just blow myself up. Dude, I wish they labeled the freaking what's what. It just says deployable supplies. Yeah, which one, numbnuts? Is it the bottom one or the top one? I don't know how it works on PC. Alright, carry your pistol plus 2 primary weapons. We want that. Alright, then we'll focus on the weapon specialist upgrades next. Oh, what's up, Pedro? It's good to see you, man. Yes, you can paint the grass blue or not water it. What are you talking about? Alright. Oh, crap. Scorpion. Hey, Pedro. Welcome to Call of Duty Ghosts. And welcome to Call of Duty Ghosts Extinction Mode. We're fighting aliens in a COD game. That's basically what's going on. Alright. I've been here? Oh, I didn't really have time to look at who was here. Because, you know, I've been busy juggling 10,000 aliens. Sorry about that, Pedro. Alright. So, while we're here, I'm going to talk a little bit about the animes I've been watching. So, first of all, you guys know that I watched Eromanga Sensei. I already talked about that a little bit last stream at the very end. Long story short, it's pretty good, and the main character is, I don't know, I think he's decent, but I also don't think he's my favorite character or anything. I don't know, he's alright. I do think, though, it makes sense why in the manga he ends up going with Sagiri, because even though it might seem weird for him to do that, it does at least make sense in terms of like a fate or destiny kind of perspective. And that's kind of common with Tsukasa. I don't remember the rest of his name. That's pretty common with his anime, is there's always this element of like destiny to things. So, for example, characters are always meant kind of to be together that are going to end up together. There's never going to be a case where characters are just... Okay, I see the rhino is predating its own appearance. What the heck is it doing? Yes, anyways, there's that element in the romance a lot of the time, so pretty much whoever the main character is like destined to be with, that's who they're gonna be with. And no matter what happens with other characters, which this works in a better or worse kind of situation, because it can be a good thing, since, you know, from a story standpoint, it's kind of, you know, it's always sweet to have things where it's like, oh, it's fate that two people end up together. But then at the same time, from a perspective of people developing a liking to certain characters over others, then people get mad when the character that they like isn't chosen by the main character. This is especially apparent in the quintessential quintuplets, how even though in that case it isn't weird, you know, like, I think the basic example is in the case that in the show that I'm currently talking about, that I'm watching right now, there's that extra element that we've talked about where you've got that weird side to things. But in the case of the quintessential quintuplets, They're just, you know, they're not strangers, right? They're friends, but they're just that. They're friends. They're not related. Or Futuro is not related to the quintuplets, obviously. So, in that sense, it's even less weird, and there's even more reason why he would just go with one of them, but people are still mad when he picks Yotsuba over the other characters. So, now imagine it in the context of there's yet another factor stacked against it, and he still does it anyways, right? That's where people's frustration comes into play. And so anyways, with Eromanga Sensei, one thing that this writer, Tsukasa, still don't remember his last name. You know, it's Japanese names, and I don't always remember those the best. But one quality that I notice is the romances that he writes. He always writes the main female heroine as a, whatchamacallit, a tsundere. Which, by the way, tsunderes are a very controversial thing in anime, because in real life, a tsundere is literally just committing physical abuse, right? Like, obviously, if somebody slaps and hits you, that's not a good thing, right? That shouldn't be glorified as romantic. That should be glorified as abuse, or not glorified at all. It should be considered abusive, because that's what it is, right? But in anime, tsunderes often get away as being like, oh, that's cute, or, you know, they're acting childish, and they believe that is perceived as attractive, when in reality it looks really bad, because, you know, that person is basically beating somebody that they care about, and we all know that's not a good thing. So, with that in mind, oh, sorry, we got a big one here. Bro, die! Dang! Okay. With that in mind, then whenever this guy writes the main female lead, essentially, it's always annoying to watch them, because they're always very hyper-aggressive toward the main character, and so you're wondering, why does the main character like this like this other person who's constantly giving them crap and is constantly aggressive to them? And keep this in mind, the main character is a male. They are not a female, right? So there's often the argument with female characters which this isn't inherently true, by the way, but there's often the argument with female characters that they like being treated poorly, which is obviously not the case, but is often used as an excuse in the context of fiction. But in this case, this is a male character. And obviously we're all men here, so we all kind of understand the idea that you probably don't want to be beat by somebody, and you're probably going to be less attracted to somebody if they beat you, right? Or if they hit you or slap you or constantly call you names. That is not attractive, not even in the slightest. And so anyways, people get frustrated when the main heroine or main love interest is like that, because that's scummy, right? And you have all these other options, and that's the worst part. It's not like the main character is limited on options. He has plenty of options. And there are various people that want his affection. So when he picks the one that is somehow the most abusive, then you're like, what the heck, dude? You know, you're like some random social media troll, you know, picking the worst person intentionally. And so that's where a lot of the frustration comes in the anime I'm currently watching. And the show I'm currently watching is Arimo, which is famously known as one of the weirdest anime of all time, or at least people like to refer to it as that. Is it one of the weirdest anime of all time? Not even close. It's actually not even on the same page as To Love Ru. It's not even remotely in the same dimension, in fact. I don't know where people are getting it from. Literally the only really weird aspect of the show is the element of familial... Sorry, I'm getting attacked by 10,000 aliens at once. What the heck is going on? Oh, we got the meteor, or the asteroids that's going on. Bro, get away from me. Oh, and I'm downed. Okay. Anyways, the thing I just mentioned, that's the weirdest part of the show, and even that by itself isn't that bad compared to other factors, right? Like, for example, after To Love Ru, you become very desensitized to a lot of things, and that kind of thing is included. Okay, sorry, this is getting really hard. Why can't I can't throw my... It's not letting me throw my equipment. Come on, do it faster. Alright, I just gotta focus for a minute. Alright. Bro, how'd these things get past? I do want to beat every man speak for self. Excuse me, what? Bro, you got issues. You got big issues. Unresolved ones too. I just accidentally threw the flare. Come on, man. Bro, we have another nest. You gotta be kidding me. So anyways, with what I'm talking about, the show is actually not that bad. But I think the biggest problem that you have in the show is that the main leading female character, not the main character, well, okay, she counts as a main character, but I mean not the man that you're following, but rather, I'm not going to equip rapid fire. I don't really think that's good. But rather the love interest, she is very hostile, and I would say she's actually worse than, what's her face? Taiga from Toradora. I think that she's way worse, because Taiga gets better over the course of Toradora and becomes less physically aggressive. Meanwhile, Kuririn, or I'm not sure how you say her name. Remember, I also have to watch this show in the Japanese, you know, with just English subtitles, because they don't have a dubbed version. So one consequence of that is I don't remember people's names as easily, because I don't hear their name verbally said. Oh, I hear it said, but I can't, you know, it's not said in a way that I can really understand it, if that makes sense. Because I base things often around context clues, and context clues are obviously spoken in my language, so that's a very important thing. Also, my attention to detail worsens if things are in another language. Literally, the only case where something being in another language hasn't bothered me was Troll Hunter, which is in Norwegian. But Troll Hunter didn't bother me because the subtitles were really well done, first of all, and second of all, the movie's a mockumentary. How is this killing me? Are you serious? Bro, there are way more enemies than there should be. Dude, there are never this many enemies. Look at that one trying to flank. Why are we still talking about Russia and Chad? That was like 20 minutes ago. Glad you guys are focused, but just thought we were a little past that. I gotta run. I usually prefer to play the tank, but I don't have it unlocked on here, so I can't. So I'm forced into playing weapon specialist.
To that crater. Oh, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Grab the drill and let's move up.
All right.
This'll work.
Sweet. All right. Ooh, we still have a long ways to go, fellas.
Scorpions, look out!
Man, skip this. I'm picking a different gun. Why isn't it letting me melee? Heck's going on? Alright, got him. The amount of focus needed is unbelievable. I want to talk, but I just can't. I found a tooth, sweet. There are way too many freaking enemies. This game mode is definitely designed for teams, so playing it solo just sucks. Oh, get away from me. Wow. Okay. You guys saw me try. I even went silent at the end. they're throwing literally 100 enemies at the same time. I can't kill every single thing. I don't have infinite ammo, so I can't just keep well, it's not even that I don't have infinite ammo, it's that I can't reload instantaneously. It's impossible. So, yeah, there's nothing I could really do there. Anyways, did I show the love like you said? You showed plenty of love, Pedro. Thank you. Every mama, how feel about Great Federation Russia? I would feel better if they weren't constantly trying to pick on Ukraine. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, I'd think Russia's pretty cool. They do have pretty nice people, though. So that's something. I can think of way worse places in the world in terms of people. So, they're pretty good, actually.
David Archer. Samantha Cross. PhD in paleolinguistics. She was a rising star at Harvard. David
Alright. You said you would watch after the Don review, and we're 2 animes late. Jesus H. Christ. I said I'd do the one video after the Don review, and then I'd watch that if I had time. It's gonna be watched. It's not gonna be watched right now. I didn't realize that Arimo was so long. Okay? You'd think a show called My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute would not be 2 seasons long plus specials. But you'd be wrong. There are OVAs, and there were 2 whole seasons. And that's not including Aramanga. I was done with that in 3 days. That was a breeze. But Arimo, oh, it's taken forever. And I'm really busy right now. Okay? In fact, I'm actually getting, now, I am not 16 years old. Okay? I am older than 16. But I don't have my driver's license because, you know, I'm kind of scared to drive. So I'm getting that really soon, like in the next few days. So that's kind of taking up a lot of time right now. And then on top of that, things have been really difficult with schooling and stuff. So I'm not going to go into too many details. I don't like to share a lot of things of what's going on with me. But that'd be one thing. It's really difficult. Let's say there's a single class that is basically 1v100 versus everybody. Okay, it is the final boss. And I don't know what happened, but let me tell you guys something. I hate the Book of Frankenstein now. Frankenstein, it is garbage. It is hot, steaming pile of human feces. It's flat trash. I've spent the past 3 months analyzing the Book of Frankenstein. I mean, oh boy, there are better books out there. There are better books by a mile. It's the definition of the phrase, it's not that deep. Like, yeah, you can have me analyze it to death. It doesn't make it more depthful than it is. Okay? It's not more. It just flat sucks. It's also very frustrating because Victor Frankenstein, yeah, he is a flat moron. He is a straight up genuine, he's a tard. Okay? He is a fool. Every chance he gets, not only does he make the monster, period, but every chance he gets, he rejects the monster. Also, Frankenstein is goated. Shut up. Bro, I'm not shutting up. I've spent the past 3 months analyzing it. It is hot garbage. It is trash. Nobody is going to tell me otherwise. What did Frank do to you, everyman? Let me tell you what he did to me, Pedro. He's made me spend probably, I'm not even kidding you guys, I'm not exaggerating, probably over 100 hours thinking about Frankenstein. I have spent over 100 hours of my life, way over that, analyzing this piece of media that is several hundred years old, and it should have died then. It should have. I'm sick of it. I'm real sick of it. And I still haven't even written an essay on it. That's coming up. So I gotta spend another month on this book. So in total, I would have spent 4 months on a book that is like 3 times shorter than the usual stuff that I read. So we've especially, I mean, we have milked this to death. We have milked it until the udders are dry. I don't even know what more to say. Like, I hate Victor Frankenstein. I hate the monster. Elizabeth is a nothing character. WX Analyst, I think it's funny. First of all, you show up at the end of the stream. Second of all, you show up as I'm complaining about the book that I was also complaining about earlier today, that you heard me complain about. And was complaining about yesterday. I find that funny timing. Frankenstein, not as good as Russia media. Dude, I don't even see Russia media, and I'm sure you're right. Analyst man, what's your opinion on Great Russia Federation? I would read that in a Russian accent, but I'm too tired to do it, so I'm just going to leave it hanging. I'll play one more multiplayer match, just because we got some more people in here. So, let's see. I'll go to... I could do Containment. Go to Sovereign. Now let's do Free for All. Alright. And let's get 10 people. Yeah. Why is my helmet off? There's a weird bug in this game that's been in the game for as long as it's existed, where your characters just lose their helmet for some reason. I don't know why. It just happens. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. We are on the map Sovereign, so there's not a whole lot that we can do. But here, let's see what we got. We got SMGs. I don't really want to run a shotgun. I think that's a bad idea. Let's do this. I'm going to run extended mags, because there's nothing worse than running out of ammo in this game and then just being screwed. You're like, well, guess I'll die, because you immediately run out. Alright, and then we'll do that. Okay, I'm not going to run the dog. Instead, I'm going to do IMS, Sentry Gun, and Vulture. I could also just do flat SATCOMs, but... I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I do only SATCOMs, or should I do IMS, Sentry Gun, and Vulture? I'll let you guys decide for me. Apparently it says the weather says it's supposed to snow, but I supremely doubt that. How funny would it be if it snowed tomorrow? What a big middle finger that would be. I God hope not. I'm gonna let you guys decide. I'll wait for a little while longer. In the meantime, what should I fill this slot in with? I guess I'll just do that. Do IMS another thing? Okay. I'll go with Pedro's suggestion. Here we go, fellas. Final match. Also, I did see the comment, but I'm going to read it out loud now. WX said, every man.
Free for all.
Also, Advanced Warfare, better game. I actually talked about Advanced Warfare earlier. I think Infinite Warfare is a better game, but I got this on here because I didn't want to grind for all my stuff on Infinite Warfare. You know, because I have it on the Xbox, but I don't want to have to get all my stuff back, so... Is Advanced Warfare a better game? I think objectively it's a better game in a lot of ways, but is it more fun? I'm not really sure. I think a big part that is very underestimated with shooter games is sound effects. Advanced Warfare has very poor sound effects. I mean, some sound effects are really good in the game, and then others are buns. And then Black Ops 3 is even worse. The sound effects in that game are god-awful. Everything sounds like a cartoon. And when you have bad sound effects in a shooter game, it makes things really boring. Like, this game has amazing sound effects, which makes things a lot more exciting. I think the graphics are just what make it more drab. But the settings, the kill streaks, the gunplay, sound effects, they all play into it to make it more entertaining. But Advanced Warfare, it doesn't have the sound effects down. Some sound effects are really good, and then others are just bad. I do like the kill streaks in Advanced Warfare and how you can customize them, but I don't like how few there are. Wish there were more. I think extended mags is better than FMJ, just because, like, eventually you'll kill them if you shoot at the surface long enough, but I definitely don't want to run out of ammo, just period. This is probably the best objective that you can get, is the 3 non-kill streak kills, just because you're gonna do that anyways. Focusing up a little bit. Because it's free-for-all, I'm a little more paranoid of my surroundings. You know, just because there's enemies everywhere. So I don't really feel safe calling it a care package. A care package. Yep. Calling it a care package. Alright. Maybe I'll keep that as an inside joke from now on, as a care package. Oh, come on, it's an IMS? I wanted it to be the sabotage kill streak. That sucks. Alright. How much Call of Duty Ghosts have you guys seen before? Probably not that much, because not a lot of people play this game, actually. I'd say you've actually probably seen more of Infinite Warfare than you have this game. I want to jump down there, but I know they're all waiting.
Sentry gun ready for deployment.
Hope nobody's motion sick. Alright.
Vulture ready. They destroyed your sentry gun.
Alright. I'd like to read the chat, but I know if I take my eyes off the screen, I will die. How did nobody die from that? The briefcase is taunting me. It wants me to grab it, but I know it's a trap. I'm grabbing it. Gotcha. Should have said tag you're it when I hit him.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
Dude, it's refusing to give me the sabotage ability. Is it just in team deathmatch or something?
IMS at your disposal. Vulture is spotted.
Oh, there was a guy behind me apparently. Bro, did you see the reaction time on that? I didn't even get to... Oh my... Okay. Well, there goes K.E.M strike.
Friendly Trinity rocket inbound.
I swear to God, this game has this ability to read your mind. If you even think for a second, I'm gonna get a K.E.M strike, you won't get it. You have to get it on accident. And anytime you, like, think of an insult to the AI go double... They double down on you.
IMS at your disposal.
Or if you think you're gonna go deathless, you will die in the next few seconds. It's freaking supernatural. I don't know how they do it. They just know.
Your sentry gun is gone. We're winning this fight. Sentry gun ready for deployment. Vulture ready.
There you go, buddy. His face knife. Oh my God, why, God, why? Okay. Supernatural? That's right. Yo, what's up? I'm back. Bro, WX, how do you leave and come back whenever everything ends? It's like you can smell the ending to things, but not the beginning. I just played a whole match. You know what? I had fun, though. I'm gonna play another one. Let's go to... I could do Bayview. Let's go to... Let's do Whiteout. Alright. Let's see. Let's do this. And then I'm gonna run... Let's do Overkill. Yep, and then I'm gonna run, let's see, the K7 with the red dot. There we go. Alright, then for the assault package, no, let's do support package. I'm gonna do ballistic vests. Let's do Night Owl, Odin. Alright. Let's do this. Bro, I was busy when you first started streaming, and I just got home like 20 minutes ago and showered, so my bad. I know. I'm just getting on your nerves. I have to leave for a bit, but don't worry, I'll come back. I'll see you soon, Pedro. Alright, we're doing one last match. Then we're wrapping things up.
Free for all.
That was a weird glitch. Alright. Here we go. This map's huge, by the way, so we should have plenty of space without seeing enemies, but I could be wrong. What the heck's going on with my mouse? Or I'm wrong, or I'm going to spawn in somebody's freaking crosshairs. Or restarting. Look at this, bro, look at the top guy's name. You can't make this stuff up. I spawned with some dude looking at me. This map, by the way, this map is absolutely enormous. There is no way 2 guys spawned in my face. Miguel Richards, you know it. Also, that reminds me actually. So they found a new subspecies of Spinosaurus in the country of Niger. So I thought that was really interesting. What do you guys think about that? It's got a crest on its head. Which also reminds me of another thing. Jurassic World Evolution 3 came out late last year, but it's still like $60, so not getting it. It was on sale for like $45, but I got this game and some other games instead because I don't really need another Jurassic World Evolution game, and I also don't make it content specifically on dinosaur stuff, so, you know, that'd be kind of pointless. I realize there's not a whole lot of spots I can actually use a sniper on this map. I mean, theoretically, yeah, there are, but the thing with snipers is you just don't get as many kills because you have to focus on targets.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
How do you have a SATCOM already? This man got 3 kills at the start of the game. Joke's on him, he's not getting another one. Joke's on me, the guy probably has a dog. Come back here. Holy God, the recoil's bad. Holy Jesus, the recoil's terrible. Run. That guy was getting shot at from behind and he was still trying to kill me.
Hostile forces have Juggernaut Maniac.
I'm sorry, they've what? Dude, this guy has 10 kills already.
Night Owl ready.
This is a bot that's supposedly on recruit difficulty. Not only does he have 10 kills, he has a Juggernaut Maniac. I don't know if the enemies can use the ballistic vests that I deploy, but I hope not. Well, there goes that. I'm running. I have to kill one of them and take a gun off them. This Maverick sniper sucks. There we go. That's better. Wonder where the maniac is at. Let's hope not near me. I can't tell whether I'm scared of the maniac or less scared because he isn't using a gun. Right, like he's on a huge map and he has to run up and stab me with a knife. Which, like, you know, obviously I'm less scared of that than getting shot from a mile away. Oh sweet, satellite crash. Watch this, fellas. Or don't watch it because I'm gonna get killed by a magical enemy that spawns right next to me. Well, he missed half of it. Oh, there he is. Okay, never mind. This is terrifying. Why am I still crouching? Got him. Dude, I'm so mad that I always get killed by some numbskull spawning 2 inches from me. Alright. What did I miss? Nothing? You missed me getting killed. Why am I typing numbers in chat?
Friendly Odin active.
Alright. Dropping a friendly juggernaut.
Care package on your mark. Enemy SATCOM spotted. Smoke deployed. Target marked. Odin expired. Ground jammer ready.
Alright, ground jammer active.
Ground jammer active.
Bruh, how am I losing? That guy's mopping the floor with everyone. I'm still so mad about that jack-off spawning next to me. The thing is, you can never turn around and fight them. You have to retreat and then loop around. Otherwise, they're just going to kill you. Because they kill you way too fast. Due to the time to kill. Bro. Guys, I'm gonna have a meltdown. Look at this. He's not even zooming in. Whoever made this gun, I'm going to personally kill them. This thing is useless. It is utterly useless. I'm getting gangbanged in a free-for-all. It is a free-for-all and there's 3 guys shooting at me at the same time. And now my mouse is having problems. We're done. It says victory. I didn't really win. I got a tie with the other dude. What about Separatists and Donbas? I don't know what that means, Yukari. Separatists and Donbas. Is it in an irrelevant country with zero application to anything important? Because I'm sure it is. Let me look it up. What is going on my mouse, dude? Donbas Separatists. What is this? Oh, pro-Russian military group in eastern Ukraine. Never mind, this is important. Okay. I'll look into that more once the stream is done. They were called the Donbas, so I just assumed they were in something in Latin America. And I'm like, dude, they have paramilitary groups every Sunday. It's nothing new, but no, that is actually interesting. I'll have to look into that. And this figure is dirt cheap. Meaning I must buy it. Oh, you're talking about Transformers AoE. There's a dino bot named Scorn, who's a Spinosaurus. I actually know who you're talking about in this case. Alright. Well, that match sucked, but at least you guys got to see me do some stuff. They taught me Thing in my mind open. That's good. Well, hopefully Ukraine doesn't totally collapse. Did you guys see Marco Rubio's speech over in the in Europe? Where was he at? Munich. It was in Munich. It was a really good speech. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is the last thing we're talking about before we end the stream off. I'll wait a moment. Did you see AOC's speech? I saw people talking about it. I didn't see the speech itself, so I can't make a judgment on it. I'm sure it's something very uneducated, but I don't know what it is exactly, so I can't really comment on it. Alright, well, we can discuss this in Discord if you guys like, but in the meantime, let's see, 500,000 Arthurs, we're still on this. Okay. Alright, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I'm glad to see you guys all here. I saw Celestial Brian, I'm not sure if he's still here or not, probably not. WX Analyst, thanks for checking in. Yukari, good to see you in this stream. You're a little late, but you're here unlike last stream, so you've redeemed yourself. Austin, Pedro, Asher, good to see you guys again. And, yeah, anybody who's in chat lurking or anything like that, thank you for tuning in. Next time, I'm not sure we're going to stream, but I know I'm going to record a tier list video pretty soon. And then we got some other stuff to do. I got to finish Arimo before I can make the video talking about weird stuff in anime. That is all for this time. Everyman, watch real quick is like 30 seconds. I'm sure it's going to be labeled copyright somehow if I watch it. I know there's nothing copyrighted in it, but if I show you guys the clip online, then it's going to show stuff in my recommended, and then it's going to say copyright based off that. That's happened on multiple streams before. So you can send it in Discord, and then I'll watch it, and then we can talk about it in Discord if you want. So, like, I'll still do it. I just don't want to do it on stream at the end here. Alright, this stream was 2 hours and 24 minutes. That's pretty good. If that is all for this time. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, a comment. Let's see. Love it when Russia put in me. What? Okay. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, a comment, and I'll see you all.